Granny, and this morning I'm going to see how much of this diamond painting that I can get completed in, I don't know, an hour, maybe hour and a half. I've got some other things I need to get done today, but I do want to work on this and get this whole section here is full of the white or creamy white color here and this really pale pink color here. And I want to get as much of this done as possible and then move over here to this side and get this done. And yeah, then I can just save the pretty kitty for the best part for last, so to speak. I'm going to sign. Oops, goodness gracious, I'm not trying to do that. Um, what I do want to do is get on my channel so I can see the chat and make sure that I can respond. Coast. There. When somebody has something to say. So yeah, there's that. Oh. Okay. So anyhow, I hope everybody's having a great day. So far, it's kind of early. It's only what, 8 o'clock in the morning ish. Anyhow, I hope everybody's having a great day. Sorry. I'm gonna adjust this camera a bit. I can't figure out why. There. Hey Jackie, I'm sorry. I just now saw your comment. Look, I was so distracted by those stinking crochet patterns that I lost track of time. But I'm trying to find I want to make another cardigan, and I want to use this really nice yarn that I got from Little Knits a while back. It's a bulky weight, and it's made out of, let me see, Mako cotton and, well, it's 96% Mako cotton and 4% nylon. And that's the yarn right there. It's look, every skein looks different, but they're all the same colors are in each skein. Look at this one. This is the outside of it, and then down, way down deep here in the center are the purples. And I thought that would make such a pretty cardigan. So I only have 820 yards. So I'm trying to find a cardigan pattern that I can do with 820 yards of bulky weight yarn. And I got a little distracted. I'm going to try to say your name. Is it Onika Pick? Hey, Duval, how are you doing this morning? It is good to see you. It's been a while, too. How's it going over there in my hometown? Probably just as wretched as I remember it. Can y'all hear me okay? Hey, Michelle. And SS, hi, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in and joining me this morning while I do some of this diamond painting. Okay, good. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure. Look, I got to turn my light on because I can't see a stinking thing. And it's going to be bright for a second. Okay. Let me adjust this just a little bit. Oh, well, that was exactly what I needed. Okay, then. Now, it's going to be a little bit shiny on this paper, you know. Let me pull it a little bit further back. There. I'm hoping to get at least this section done around the kitty cat. And it's full of P's and F's, which are this pink and creamy white color. Hey, Alex. Imagine meeting you here today. You're usually on my late night streams, aren't you? Thank you so much for coming in and joining me. Look. What you know what's the best thing I have found to use with these diamond paintings? This little tool right here. Oh, fiddlesticks. There it is. Because you can sit here and line your little drills up when you get them crooked, because I get them crooked all the time, like right here where I'm working. There. It's not perfect yet, but I'll get to it when I get it all put together. Jackie, I just want to thank you for introducing me to this particular little craft. When I was a little girl, I used to do paint by numbers. My granny was an artist and an art teacher. And she's the same lady that taught me how to crochet when I was little. And she tried her best to teach me how to paint and draw. And I can draw okay. I'm not wonderful at it, but I do okay. But I'm not really very good at painting at all. I end up making mud is what I end up doing. So what I used to do is get little paint by number kits, and I would paint by number. And this diamond art really reminds me of that from back when I was a kid. Now, I have recently looked at some of the paint by number sets that they have on the market today, and boy, let me tell you, they are way different, more detailed, and there's so many more colors in them. No, Duval, I am doing what they call diamond painting. And they give you these little resin beads, and they're called drills, and they're flat on the bottom, and you just stick them wherever they're supposed to go. There's little symbols, and each color has a symbol attached to it, and you can see the symbols here down the side. Like right now, I'm working with the P's, and that's number 20. Well, the bags of beads or drills, let me get one, they look like this, and they have identifiers on them. This is number 10, this is number 11. Well, if I go up here to number 10, it says C. On this painting, there will be C's wherever I need to put that color. So I enjoy it. It's very relaxing, and it's good for me. Doing this is real good for me, because sometimes I just need to relax. Michelle, did I say hello to you? If I didn't, I apologize. I try so hard to catch everybody who comes in my chat. And Onika, I sure hope I said your name properly. If I didn't, please forgive me. Okay. Now, I have found that putting the drills in diagonally really helped me keep my rows straighter than they would be if I didn't put them in diagonally. Uh-oh. Dropped one. Oh, no! Okay, fine. I'll just play your little game and move you like this. There. So anyhow, if y'all can find a pattern For a bulky weight yarn, this is number 5 weight. For a cardigan that only requires 820 yards of yarn, please pass it my direction because I really want to use that yarn. It is so soft, y'all. I can't even tell you how soft and luscious that yarn is. Ooh, there's an F. Okay. You know, the heck of it is, these symbols, there's P's, F's, and R's all in this background here. Why would they do that to me? Why couldn't they use P's, A's, and C's? Because those all look different. P's, F's, and R's, when you're an old lady, they can all look the same because, you know, your vision's not so great. And I've got my glasses on, but I'm telling you what, sometimes they're almost indistinguishable, especially when my eyes start getting tired. Virgil, go away. Go entertain yourself somewhere else. Look, come here. Come here. Come here. Y'all, here's my dog. There's Virgil. Say hey, Virgil. Sit. Good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. Okay, now go do something else. Go do something else, mister. There. And now the other one wants to bark. I don't know if y'all can hear her or not, but she's out there barking at nothing, I can assure you, because nobody's in my backyard. So anyhow, oop, that's an R. See what I mean? There's an R and a P right next to each other, and I almost put that in the wrong spot. So happy Monday to everybody. It's been a pretty good morning here. I got my husband off to work, and I got my son off to school, and baby girl, who is 20, y'all know her, is sleeping still, which is fine by me, because you know what that means? That means I have the house all to myself. And let me tell you what she did this weekend, y'all. This is hilarious. Her and her boyfriend came to visit her. He lives over in Mobile. And it takes him about an hour and 15 minutes to get here. So they went off gallivanting for a bunch of the day. And then they come back. I don't know what time it was. It was midday. And first of all, she didn't tell me he was coming. And it was like 7:30 in the morning. And there's a knock on the door. Completely freaked me out because I wasn't expecting anybody, you know. Everybody in this house was about half dressed, looking like they had just spent the night wrestling. Hair looking all crazy and bathrobes on, and here come this boy up in my house at 7:30 in the morning. Can you believe that? So then, anyhow, so what she did, they had gone to the grocery store to pick me up some wing sauce, which was nice. I mean, I appreciated that. And they get back, and she's got all these groceries. She's got lunch meat and bread. No, she don't want back in. She just wants to bark, Jackie. I'm sorry. Um, Anyhow, she's got all these groceries, oranges, and a couple other things. And I said, "What are you gonna do with that?" She says, "Well, he never eats lunch at work. He always forgets it to pack his lunch. So I thought I would do it for him so he can take it back with him. I said, what? Now look, she didn't learn that from me, y'all. Because Poppy doesn't require me to pack his lunch every day. Because, he's a grown man and he can do that himself. Now, I do cook breakfast for him. But if he wants lunch, he can fix his own leftovers or whatever he wants to take. And, sometimes he'll go and go out to lunch and stuff. So he gets to do whatever he wants for lunch. And I told her, I said, girl, you did not get that from me. She said, well, I just thought it would be nice. I said, don't start stuff that you don't intend to finish. Now, there's nothing saying that this is going to be a long-term, situationship for her. But I told her, I said, you can't start stuff if you don't intend to finish up with it. You just can't do that. I said, so if you don't want to be making lunches in 30 years from now, don't start doing it now. I said, because I promise you, in 30 years, you're going to be a busier lady than what you are today. And you might not have time to mother this young man. I said, and you don't need to be doing that anyway. You ain't his mama, you are his girlfriend. But, Mama, he does nice things for me. Yeah, well, this is too nice. I said, next thing you know, he's going to be carrying his laundry over here, and you're going to be washing his laundry for him. I said, just a heads up, you won't be doing that. Y'all going to have to go to the laundromat if that's what's going to happen. It is sweet of her, Jackie. It is. But she ain't been dating this boy but maybe a month and a half. I'm not sure I would. I don't know. She's definitely the kind of person who is a caretaker. She's been that way her whole life. She's always trying to mother my boy, and I have to remind her constantly that she's not his parent, I am. And he gets so frustrated with her. Goodness gracious. Okay. I keep wondering if they could make these symbols any smaller. I guess they could. But if they made them any bigger, you'd see them underneath, underneath your work. You don't want that. So what do y'all have planned today? Anybody got any good plans? Because my only plan, honestly, is I got to clean my kitchen. And then I've got to, I did all the laundry this weekend, so there's only a couple of things that are in the hamper. And I'm not going to bother washing it till I get a whole load, to put in the washer. I do need to mop my floors though, so I'll probably do that. And then I'm going to make a video about the progress or lack thereof on my garden. For those of you who don't know, I am in the middle of doing a makeover on my garden. Hey, Yankee Kyle, how are you doing this morning? It's good to see you. But, yeah, I'm doing a makeover. Well, I'm not doing it. Poppy's doing it. Who am I kidding? I say we. because I'm kind of the brains behind that operation and he's the muscle, you know. But he has every one of my garden beds torn apart and moved out of the way. He has shoveled dirt all weekend. Um, so all the dirt is fairly, all the soil, excuse me, everybody says soil. I've been calling it dirt since I was young, and to me it's just dirt. But still, it's out of the way for the most part. The one thing we really need to do next weekend is kind of level it a little bit. And then put, next weekend, my intention is to start putting fence posts up because we have to surround this garden with a fence, not because of rabbits or squirrels. Well, squirrels will jump over the fence, but you know, other critters that could get to the garden, but because of my dog. He loves he dug up a carrot the other day and ate it. He likes to dig in my garden and eat. He'll eat the mustard greens. He'll eat. He's got a whole collard green out there tore up. The whole plant. So I have to protect my garden from my dog, or we won't get any groceries from it, which is unfortunate, but it's true. So I figured in order to keep me from losing my mind and to keep him from being in trouble, a fence is a good idea and a good investment. Um, let's see. Well, that's good to hear that you're all peachy, Kyle. Oh, goodness. Y'all, this goes so slow sometimes, especially when you're excited to move on to a different section or something. And for the record, I am excited to move on to some color. Oh, is that an F? Yes, that. No, wait a minute. Yep, that's an F. So there's a P. Is that an F? Yes. Hang on. Let me see. That's an F. Okay. Put that little pink one in there. So can y'all tell that this area here is a little bit paler pink and that this is a creamy white color? Because there's some pink up here and some pink over here. I just don't know if y'all can tell from this distance. You know what? Maybe I will work on some of these F's over here. Hey, Jackie, your use of multiple trays was genius, by the way, the other day. So I'm taking a page out of your book. Now, I don't have four. I only have two. You can see that there's a difference in color, but can't really tell what they are. Well, that makes sense because they're so similar. Um, but this little kitty, you know, I was kind of hesitant to do a Christmassy themed painting on YouTube. But then I thought, you know what I'm doing here? My thought behind it was I could get this done in February and get it hung up and get it ready to hang by next Christmas. You know, as part of the house decorations. So that's why I'm doing a Christmas kitty in February. And I actually have a Christmas tree to do as well. The Christmas tree looks like a stained glass. And I'm very excited to get that one done too. Oh, look. Well, give me a minute and I'll show y'all something. I love cats. And I ordered a different cat diamond painting about a month ago. And it took a really long time for it to get here, but it finally got here. And I figured I would show y'all while I'm doing this. Of course, I don't know. Maybe Jackie, what do you think? You think I should do an unboxing video or should I show it? I guess I could do both. I could do a regular upload and show it on this channel. So that'll be all right. Okay. Yeah. Well, would you look at that? That was quick. Believe it or not, this lone R up here and here are over there in their bags, but I don't have enough trays to put my R's out, so I'm just gonna ignore them until I do. There's another P over there. I think I need some more goop on my pen here. There. A quick look at the picture of the kitty would be nice and more in depth. Okay, I'll do that. Just give me a few minutes. I want to get some of this done first. Oh. So let me tell. Me and Poppy were up this morning getting him ready for work, and he started the coffee. And I need to turn on my do not disturb on this. Okay. Do not disturb on. Okay. There. So anyhow, we're getting the coffee and Poppy was ready to get in the shower and I'm looking over at the coffee pot and it was just sitting there doing nothing. And so I went over there and I looked and there's no water or coffee coming into the container, the little carafe. So I went back to the bathroom and I knocked on the door and said, "Hey, did you start the coffee?" He goes, "Well, yeah, I started it. You saw me doing it." I said, "Well, I don't remember hearing the water running. Did you put water in it?" And he said, "Yes, Charlotte, I put water in it." I said, "Well, something's wrong with it. It's not operating." I said, "Maybe you ought to come out here and check and see what's wrong with it." So he did. He came out and he's fiddling with it and turning it on and off and trying to unplug it and plug it back in. I thought to myself, well, it's not a computer. I don't think it's going to work that way. But come to find out, our coffee maker has taken its last breath, so to speak. So I have to go with my daughter today to pick up a new coffee maker. But the one I want is not at our Walmart. I want one that does both K-cups and also a pot. So that's what I'm going to get. I just don't know which one I'm going to get yet. I don't believe I want the Keurig brand because every time we've ever had a Keurig, it didn't last very long. But then again, now we've had this Mr. Coffee maker for probably 5 years. And I guess it lived a good life. I don't know if it lasted as long as I wanted it to. You know, appliances today really don't don't last. Terry, I thought you were going to be gone. How are you doing? Did you go to the doctor yet? Um, but anyhow, that's like refrigerators. You know, you buy a new refrigerator and you expect it to last 20 years. They don't no more. You lucky if you get 10 years out of them. But now I will say this, I've got a washer and dryer that has lasted what feels like half a century. It's not shiny and new anymore, but let me tell you, it does the trick. There's nothing special about it. It doesn't sing to me. It doesn't talk to me. It doesn't steam the clothes or any of that kind of thing. It's got basic analog dials on it, but it works. It'll dry my clothes. The washer and dryer work in about 20 minutes time. And that's the way I like it. I'm terrified that when something happens to it and they break, that I won't be able to ever find another one like it. They are actually old Kenmores from Sears. We left early, so I got right in. Oh, that's good, Terry. They don't last like, no, they don't, Jackie. It's unfortunate that they don't last. But you know, how are they going to make any money if they make anything last a lifetime, right? What are you doing, Virgil? Wait. Okay, that's a P. My eyes keep fooling me and making me think these are F's when they're P's. Donna, stop. Okay, after this one, after I finish this diagonal here, I'm going to let the dog in, and then I'm going to show my new diamond painting. I'm very excited. I have not seen it myself, so it's going to be a surprise for all of us. There. All right, let me get the dog. You want to go outside too? Come on. Dinah, here. Here. Dinah, here. Good girl. Come on. Night-night. All right. Stay there. You ready to eat? There you go. Good girl. All righty. Okay, here's the big reveal. I'm going to move this so I don't dump all my drills over, because I will. Call me a klutz. I don't care. It would be the truth. You wouldn't be speaking anything out of turn, that's for sure. Let me cover this up so we don't get our box in the sticky stuff. Okay, this is the box that came in. It's a little beat up. See down here? But it was in the mail for a whole month, and it came all the way from China. So I think I should just be grateful that it's closed on both ends. Let's see. I gotta find. Oh, I don't. I'll get a pocket knife or something. Butter knife. Butter knife will work, right? So the ends were taped up pretty good. I got this from a company called Diamond Painting Pro, or a website called that. I don't know if that's the company name or not, but that's the website's name. And I did not realize it was coming all the way from China until I got the tracking information, because it really looked like an English-based or Western-based company. That's okay. Alrighty then. So, oh goodness, I think I'm going to have to pull it back a little. Okay. There. Now, so this feels the same. The canvas that they use is kind of a plasticky feeling textured surface, just like the one I'm using over here. It comes with a thank you and tips and tricks. Well, that's nice. And we'll thank you for your purchase. These are all of the drills that come with it. So the main colors are going to be what look, oh, hang on. It'll read pretty blue and black when it's finished. But let me open these up. Oh, look, they're already in baggies. Hey, Marcel, you want to do some Christmas prints? Will be cool to hang up for decor this holidays. That's right. Your husband is out of town with work for a while, so I can relax in the evening. You're darn right. Oh, you got a Thomas Kincaid print. Oh, wow. I'm sorry I missed you, Marcel. I was so busy opening this. Marcel, you don't need a beginner crochet kit, but we'll talk about that later, okay? All you need is some yarn and a hook. That's all you need. And a video. So oh, look, that's a big old container of black ones. And that's a really dark green. Oh, look, it's even got some of the shiny AB, what do they call them? Aurora Borealis. And there's blue, 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 aqua, blue. There's supposed to be two of those AB. Oh, here it is. It's the purple one is the Aurora Borealis beads too. No. We got a little bit of brown. And, oh, I did not realize. Look at this. There's more than the two. Okay, look. Let me put these to the side. So anyhow, those are the main colors right there, right? So I thought there were only going to be two of the AB colors. And the AB is just really shiny and beautiful and, you know, iridescent. So we've got these, and I'm not exactly sure what color that is. It almost looks like a brown, or it could be a burgundy. Oh, can y'all see it? Okay. I'm trying to get as close as humanly possible. There we go. See how they sparkle? And then these are kind of gray, sparkly. And this is a gold sparkly. And this beautiful lavender color. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I did not know it was going to have that. It said two on the, what do you call it? The description that I purchased it from. So, go me. Now, the big reveal. I'm so excited. You know what I'm really excited about is that they have them already in the little baggies instead of in these plastic things that you have to cut open and then repackage them and all that. So that's exciting. I got to get my dog, y'all. He is out there barking at something or somebody. Virgil, here. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. Come here. That's a good boy. Good here. All right. Sit your fanny down. Enough? Okay. Now, it also came with, let's open this and see what I got in here? I love this enormous tray. I've never had one like this before. I do like this. Also, it's got the little pen with the squeezy on it. Also a multi-placer over here on this end. I don't use these very much because I'm not good at it yet. I like doing the singles. Then I've got a pair of tweezers. Look at that. And they're sharp. Woo! Thankfully, it comes with a cover. 2 of the pads of goop. I don't know what this stuff is called, y'all. I don't have a clue. I don't know if it's wax or what it is, but it's goop. Oh, look, here's an additional multi-placer if you're really good and you can do how many at a time? I'm going to say that probably does at least 8 or 9, maybe 7. And then look at that tray, and it's got this little funnel thing on it. I like that because you can pour them back in the bag easy. Wow, I really like this. I like this so far. Okay, let's put this back. You mostly do the single ones too. My daughter loves the multi. I wish I was good at the multi ones, or I would do them. But I can never get them straight, and it just feels bad. The tweezers will come in handy. I like that. It does have a lot of colors. I'm not sure exactly how many yet, but it does have a lot. Okay, let's see. It has 35 colors. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm so excited. Oh gosh, you're not going to be able to see what he looks like. Wait, I got to... Okay. Let me see what... I don't know if I got him upside down or not. Let me see. Oh boy. Okay. It's a cat, y'all. I promise it's a cat. There it is. Okay, there's his eyes. Down here's his nose. And here is his nose. And he's looking up in the sky. And the rest of this over here is his... It's very abstract, believe it or not. And that's... Let me see if I can show y'all a picture on... Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. D-I-A-M-O. Diamond Painting Pro. I'm going to go to the website, and I'm going to look him up and show y'all what he's actually going to look like when he's done, at least the best I can. Because he is beautiful, and I'll tell you why I bought him. I lost my cat in April of last year. He was my soulmate kitty. And I still miss him very, very much. And this cat, the way he's looking in the picture, reminded me of my Julesy. And that's why I got it. Because I thought I could put it up in my room, and it would be such a beautiful tribute to my amazing kitty cat that is no longer with us. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can... That's what that's what he'll look like when it's finished. Now, my cat was gray. But it was the look that really made me a little emotional. So, let's see if I can get this back in the box. I'm very excited to get started on this one, and I'm going to do it. I think I'll start it as soon as I'm done with this. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and probably pray that the other diamond painting that I'm trying to buy comes back in stock. It's a pretty little axolotl that I want to make for Millie, my granddaughter, for her birthday. And her birthday's in April. So y'all keep, wait a minute, I shouldn't do it this way. Where's that bag? That's it. Okay. But they're out of stock right now. I waited too long. I knew I should have bought it as soon as I found it. But I was trying to wait and trying to wait because I had done bought too much yarn and too much other stuff. And I thought Poppy's going to strangle me. Or take the credit card or debit card, whatever, if I do this. So I decided not to do it. And then the other day I went to buy it, and sure enough, it was sold out. So y'all keep your fingers crossed for us. For little Millie. Okay. Is that all that came? Okay, yes, that's all. Now let's roll it. Oh, there's some more. Fiddle sticks. There. So that's exciting, right? And I like that they rolled this up instead of putting creases in it. Now it does have a couple of little lines, but they're not deep and they're not real bad. So it should be pretty easy to just lay this out and let it recover slowly and get good and flat for me. Of course, they did stick it in a square box, so there's that. I'm never going to get this back in the box. Nope, I'm not. That's okay. I'm going to stick it back here and get back to work. Well, looks like I might have either dropped. Yep, I dropped it. So I bought myself this pen for diamond painting, this applicator thing. And it has a whole bunch of different attachments because they come out like this. And it's got all different multi-placers, but this thing here is my favorite thing. Like I said before, it just lines everything up. But I don't like using this end. I like using this better for some reason. Maybe if I'd have started with this, I would like it better. But the hole on the end of this is much bigger than the hole in the end of this. And I just prefer this one. So that's the one I'm going to use. Now let's get this show on the road. So, Marcel, are you still having to drive all over town and be the chauffeur of the family? I ordered a pen like that. It will eventually get here. Sometimes it takes forever for these things to come. I don't know why Amazon's been kind of slow lately. I don't know if they've got a new business model now or what. Yeah, you're having to do it still. That's a shame. When's that boy going to get himself a car? And probably after he graduates, huh? Okay. I don't see any F's over here. F. If I get all the F's out of the way, because there's not as many F's as there are P's, maybe, just maybe, it'll be easier that way. Well, let's try it out anyway. Maybe you can use the new tray with this project. Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that myself. That's a really good idea. I got you, Jackie. You just want to see how my big tray works, huh? Then I'll have 3 of them. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I know you were trying to help me. Evan wants to get an older car. I want him to have something newer. Well, you know, I get both. I get both positions. I really do. And most of my kids who got their cars. I mean, Erica started off with an F-150 that was a 1970 something. And I was happy to have her in it because I felt like she was in a tank and nobody else was. You know, as far as newer cars today are not built like those 1970s F-150s were. And then Rachel, she got, you're not going to believe this. My second daughter had a best friend in high school. They met when they were in the 6th grade. And they're still best friends to this day, and they're in their 30s. Well, we didn't have the money to buy Rachel a car. We told her if she wanted a car, we would help her. We'd, throw a few $100 at her, but she was going to have to do most of that herself. And she did work. We would take her back and forth to work every day. And I think she worked about, 15, 20 hours a week. But this is so sweet, y'all. For her birthday, her friend Ann come over to the house with a card and a set of keys and handed her the keys to her car and said, "Here, happy birthday." And my daughter, Rachel, of course, she started to cry and she goes, "What are you doing?" She said, "I can't accept your car." She goes, "Yeah, you can. My parents are getting me a new one." She says, "But still, I can't just take a car for free from you." She goes, "Then give me $1 for it." So Rachel gave her $1 and Ann gave her the keys to the car and everybody lived happily ever after. So it was I can't remember what year it was, but it was a Hyundai Elantra. And Rachel absolutely loved that car. My son Logan, his first car was a, oh gosh, 1990 something Ford Ranger. And he drove that car so long. In fact, gosh, I can't even remember how long. I bet he had that car at least 10 years. Okay? And then he let a friend of his drive it, and his friend totaled it. He was heartbroken. Now, mind you, it was in 1990 shape. I mean, it was not the best looking truck. It had been used as a truck, but it was a good truck, and he never had one problem out of it. All he had to do was keep oil in it, do all the maintenance to it and keep tires on it, and it would have gone as long as he'd have told it to. Jared is working and he's going to make the payment. So if he wants something newer, you're okay. Okay, okay. It was an amazing gift. It really was. She was such a good friend to Rachel, and she still is. In fact, you're not going to believe this, but she went to Germany to study German. That's what her degree was. Oh, that's not the right. Yes, it is. Um, her degree is in languages. Okay. Well, she came back from Germany, got her degree, and then decided to go be a cop. So now she's a detective up in Virginia. And I begged her. I said, "Oh, Anne Marie, please, please don't do that. I'm so afraid for you." Blah blah. She didn't care. She's from a whole family of law enforcement, um, and she just felt like it was the natural next step for her. Come to find out, she is doing great and loves her job, and I'm super proud of that kid. Of course, she's not a kid anymore, for goodness sake. She's 35 years old. But to me, she'll forever be Rachel's best friend, and their little teeny bopper selves be bebopping in the house, giggling and laughing and carrying on. And always talking about boys, 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 boys. Um, Maybe something 4 years. Okay, a Honda Civic would be nice. A CR. I love CRVs. He loves SUVs too. I've only driven minivans and SUVs his whole life. We feel like we're on the ground in a see. I feel like that too. I don't like to be low to the ground at all. And in our truck, Poppy's got it. It's not lifted too much, but it's lifted enough that I don't feel like I'm on the ground, and I like that. Now, mind you, it's getting a little difficult for this old granny to get in and out of it. But he did get some, what do you call those things? The steps that go on the side. And it makes it easier for me to get in and out. If Ellie needs to go. Ellie Mae! That reminds me of the Beverly Hillbillies, right? Now, Violet, her first car was the car we bought when she was 3 months old. We saved it. Well, we drove it most of those years. I mean, we bought it brand new, and we drove it until we didn't. There was nothing wrong with it when we quit driving it. We just got the truck, and I preferred riding in the truck. So that's what we drove. And he was going to sell the car, and I said, no, Violet will be able to drive here in about a year or two. I forget how long it was. I said, why don't we just save it for her? So that's what we did. And she's still driving it. Now, and Murphy, he has a truck. It's a Chevy S10. And we bought that from my son-in-law. My son-in-law trades in truck like some people trade their underwear. Like daily. That boy, man, really likes to get new vehicles. Not brand new, but just different vehicles. He's got a Jeep. They got a brand new Jeep, and he likes it, but he's always wanting to get something else. Drives me nuts. Drives his wife nuts too. Rachel gets so mad with him. She's like, don't you come over here talking to me about buying a new car. You can just forget it. That's what she says. So he does it anyway. He just don't talk to her about it. And that's their deal. That would never fly here at me and Poppy's house. Um, we make decisions like that together. We talk about them. We mull them over. We decide if it's going to be the right thing to do or not. But in their defense, they don't have children. They don't want any children. And they both have very, very good jobs. And they do what they want, which is great. I'm happy for them. And one of these days, when me and Poppy are empty nesters, maybe we won't have to think so hard about what we do with our money. But right now, we got to think real hard. Got to get these kids out of the house, get them raised, and pay for all their nonsense. I say nonsense. That's not true. It's not nonsense. It's just college and, all the stuff. Is that the right color? Yes. Okay. My eyes are, I'm starting to go cross-eyed between the P's and the F's now. Again. It's like I really have to concentrate on the symbols, because if I don't, I'll put something in the wrong spot. But honestly, the colors are so similar in tone, and even though I know this is creamy white and I know this is a light pale pink, if I did put one of these out of place, it wouldn't be a huge deal. It's just not that important, And nobody else would know the difference, just me. So there's that. This isn't taking me near as long as I thought it was going to. It just seems to be moving quickly. So, Jackie, what do you have planned today? Are you going to work in your garden at all? Or are you just going to sleep? Because I know you've been up all night. I was going to tell you earlier when you were talking about when you woke up today, and that you'd been up all night. I've been getting really good sleep the past weekend. The thing is, I'm getting it at the wrong time of day. I've been going to sleep at about, I don't know, sometime between 6 and 8 o'clock. And then waking up at 1:30 in the morning. Now, if I could just drag that out a little bit longer, I'd be okay. I would like to go to sleep at maybe midnight. No, 11. Maybe 11, and get up at 4:30 or 5. And I think that would do me for the day. If I could get like an hour nap. I love my naps, y'all. God, I love my naps. I have to work in the garden, but you don't want to. Well, just take it a little, maybe 2 square feet at a time. That's what I do when I don't want to work in it. I just go, I'll give myself like if I have a 3-foot bed, like here, I'll say, okay, today I'm going to get it done up to here or here. And then the next day, I'll go out there and do another few feet, or 2 feet, or 6 feet, however long I decide that I've got, the energy for. And one of the things I really like to do, for whatever reason, it keeps me motivated to be in the garden, is doing it super early in the morning as soon as the sun comes up. To me, that is the most glorious time of the day to be in the garden. I love it. Some people like to be out there in the evenings, but I don't. I could take it or leave it in the evenings. Just keep pushing it a bit later. I think that, yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. It's not the later. I can't help waking up at 1:30. It's like there's this timer that goes off in my head that says, "Hey, ding-a-ling, it's time to wake up." Even when it's not really. No self-respecting human gets up at 1:30 in the morning unless they have to go to work. But we all know that menopause is not self-respecting, is it? And it definitely has messed with my sleep. Now, I had insomnia most of my life, but not like this. The past, I'm going to say 5 years, it's been bad. That's an F. I think I'm going to start with these in this corner again. Oh, I was supposed to do R's. What color is R? Okay. Is it 20 or 21? There's the R's. Okay, this is going to look silly. I'm going to put the pink ones in the white container. And then I'll put the R's in this green container because looking at the white on white would make me go blind. Hey, Izzy. I'm at work, so can't watch. But I like your video. Oh, thank you, Izzy. Maybe after work on my lunch break, I'll watch. Well, I'm going to do a live stream at about 9 o'clock tonight, Izzy. I'm going to be doing some crocheting, okay? I guess I'm doing a live stream right now, but it's, it's different. It's a vertical, not a horizontal. Okay. Look. I get to fill in this blank over here. Yay. That was making me crazy, y'all. There. Whew. Okay. Let's see that one. That one. R, F, and P all next to each other. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Go ahead and write that down and see how similar they look. Write it real teeny tiny. And then have your head about 1.5 feet away from it. Okay, maybe a foot. So my boy is supposed to be getting out of kitty jail this week. And y'all know he's not really in jail. He's not He's just at the resource school because he did something stupid at regular school. So they have him in a different part of the building to teach him a lesson. So, um, Friday was supposed to be his last day. Well, I found out why it wasn't. It wasn't because he has some zeros in some of his classes, and all of the zeros have to be caught up before he can leave the resource school. So this weekend he did a whole lot of work, but he's not finished yet. So I told him today, I said, I don't care what those teachers assign you today. You get all that makeup work done first. I said, because all the stuff they're assigning today is not going to be in the grade book till next week. So it won't look like a zero. So he said, that's a good plan. That's what I'm going to do. And you know what? Hey, Rudy. Where is he? I don't see him. F. There it is. Well, that's interesting. Rudy, how come nobody can see you except for Marcel? Rudy, how I can't see you. Did you want to say hello? You're welcome to say hello if you need to, or if you want to. Anyhow, I forgot to tell y'all this. I wanted to go to the Mardi Gras parade and film it, right? And put it up on my YouTube channel. Well, my silly behind didn't even know when the Mardi Gras parade was. I thought it was this week. No, it's not. Oh no, I'm putting them in the wrong spot. Okay, never mind. So, I forgot I moved the pink ones out of the way and it looked similar. So anyhow, I'm not going to take them out. I'm just going to start where I'm at. But anyhow, so the Mardi Gras parade was this weekend and I missed it. And I'm a little sad about it, but it is what it is. Okay, sad is not the word. I'm just disappointed that I didn't get to film it. Y'all, I hate going to the Mardi Gras parades. I really do. But I was going to take one for the team and go film it anyway. And now I feel like somewhat of a failure because I didn't follow through with that. And I'll tell you this, the reason I missed the Mardi Gras parade and didn't know when it was happening is because my son was at that school and not in the band where he belongs. So he didn't get to march in the Mardi Gras parade. My kids have always marched in the Mardi Gras parade ever since they got to the high school band. And I think this might have been the first one we've ever missed. I'm doing good. I have to keep their baggie with them so that I know what color I'm working with. Well, you know what I thought about doing once I put the third one out there was, gosh, it's there, was just sitting it on top of it like that. Can you see? Oh, yeah, you can. And then this is the R's, this is the P's, and this is the F's. Okay. So, yeah, I missed it, and well, there's going to be some more Mardi Gras parade because that was just the one for our town. But I feel like the one for our town is the least rowdy and risque, if you know what I mean. And because I don't like being in the middle of all that chaos. It really bothers me. P. F. And it's loud and there's music. And I know I would have got a copyright strike if I'd have done it. I mean, I didn't have to. Hey, Marcel, tell me this. I don't know if you know the answer or any of you know the answer to this, but if if you don't have your channel, if you don't turn on the monetization, do you still get a copyright strike, or is it just like the other thing, not the strike, but the warning or whatever? I know they call it something else. Okay. I got to get some tea, y'all. Tea, got my tea right here. I'm so sorry if you can hear me swallowing. I'm so thirsty. Why do you think you would get a copyright on live? No, no, no. Well, no, 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 no. I'm talking about if I were to go to a Mardi Gras parade and record it, because all of those floats have all kinds of music coming out of them, and that's what I was concerned about was getting a copyright strike on that. What do you think? Oh, y'all, this is crazy. Okay, that's all P's there. F. Yeah, let's do the P's. Every time I shake the tray, I'm so afraid that the beads are going to fall all over the place. I've seen some folks, after watching them on the diamond painting, I know I'm doing it wrong because their little drills just line up so beautifully, and all of them are facing the top, and I'm just not doing it right. But that's okay. Have you ever let your tray get almost completely empty and you've got maybe 3 drills left and you want to use them up before you add more? And then you can't get any of them to turn the right way? That always makes me laugh when that happens because I'll be shaking the tray. I'm like, really? All out of all 3 of you, neither one of you want to come up here and be on, so I can pick you up with this thing? Okay. So I make it a little, it's kind of a little game. I don't get out much, y'all. Look at there. Huh. I really did not expect to get that far that fast. I really didn't. Mm. At least it seems like it's going fast. So, my son suffers from migraine, something fierce. Well, here's some good news. It usually happens when the weather changes, when a storm front comes through, right? And the last two times we've had a storm, which has been in the last week, he has not had a migraine. He hasn't had to come home from school. He hasn't woke up in agony. And I'm thinking that we bought him a supplement called Migravent that his doctor recommended. In addition to the preventative that we have him on, that he's supposed to take every day. And of course, he has rescue medications too that will stop the migraine once it gets started, right? So we started him on this Migravent probably, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago. And I really, really believe that it's helping him. And the only thing in this Migravent, there's no medication in it. It's all natural. It's vitamin B2. It is magnesium and a substance called Butterbur. And I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that or not, but I'm going to look it up so I can tell you what it is. I've read it before. I just want to get it right. Butterbur is a leafy plant that they used to wrap butter in. Oh geez, let's see. It's also known as colt's foot. They're a perennial plant with thick creeping underground rhizomes and large rhubarb like leaves during the growing season. Most species are native to Asia or southern Europe. Okay. And then here for the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health.gov, it says Butterbur is a shrub that grows. Okay, we already said that. Okay, hang on. There have been several studies of Butterbur for migraines and allergic rhinitis, hay fever. So we have some knowledge of its effects on those two conditions. The Butterbur root extract may reduce the frequency of migraines in adults and children when taken orally. In 2012, the American Academy of Neurology recommended Butterbur for preventing migraines. However, the Academy stopped recommending it in 2015 because of serious concerns about its safety. Whatever. Studies of a Butterbur leaf extract suggest that it may be helpful for symptoms of allergic rhinitis when taken orally. Little research has been done on Butterbur for conditions other than migraine and allergic rhinitis, and no conclusions can be reached about its effects for other conditions. So, I don't know where the jar for this stuff is. Let me see. Excuse me. Butterbur is generally well tolerated when taken orally. Side effects can include belching, stomach upset, drowsiness, rash, and again, stomach upset. It may cause an allergic reaction in people who are allergic to related plants, and it is related to ragweed, chrysanthemums, marigolds, and daisies. Isn't that interesting now? I think one of the reasons that no more head, it is good. No more headaches is wonderful. Okay, let me see. I've missed some comments. Well, that's true. I am sharing an experience and not making it my own. That's a good idea. I mean, that's a good thought because you don't think I would, but if you do, just take it down. Yeah, I could do that. I could just take it down if I got in trouble over it. Or in trouble. I'm a little too old to be getting in trouble, you know. A strike, if I got a strike over it. Um, it's really hard to get them to line up in that time. You know what, Jackie? I really like this tray a lot. I might end up just buying a bunch of those. I know they come in um, some of the company's products. Like I think these big ones come in the Diamond Art Club diamond paintings. Okay, where am I at? R. Okay. R. P. P. Yeah, honestly, Marcel, it does not matter to me if this migravent is recommended by the government or not. I'm gonna do what his doctor said, and if this stuff's working, he can just keep taking it. I've watched him suffer for too many years to take something away from him that might be helping based on the government's recommendation, you know. And I realize their role is to prevent catastrophes when it comes to doctors recommending the wrong stuff. They want their studies done, they want their kickbacks. But if we are in the middle of watching something work for him, I'm not taking it. Jackie, I remember asking you when you first started doing the diamond paintings, or when I first started seeing you do them, if you ever ran out of this stuff. And now that I think about that, that's the funniest question. You know, since I've started doing it, I don't think I've gone through a whole square of this since I started doing my paintings. P F. Okay. I have to remind, I'm sorry if I just keep saying random letters. I have to remind myself where I'm at and what I'm doing, or I will get distracted like crazy. Um, Boy, Poppy sure was glad to be home this week. You know, he was out of town last week and he really worked a lot of overtime. And then came home on Saturday and busted his tail in my garden. So yesterday I told him, I said, you don't have to do anything except just sit here if you want to. So you know what he did? I had a ball of yarn. It was actually a hank of yarn. You know, the kind where they twist it up and then they it looks like a braid almost when they're done with it. Well, I was night before last I was trying to get it balled up on my yarn baller, right? But I got a tangled mess out of it. For whatever reason, I couldn't find the end to it. And so it ended up looking like a rat's nest by the time I finished struggling with it. So Poppy sat here all day Sunday and untangled that mess that I made and wound up my ball of yarn. And y'all, it was the only reason I didn't just throw it in the garbage is because I really paid too much money for it. It's silk and it has a really pretty thread of gold running through it. It's and I want to make something like a scarf with it for my daughter, but it almost went in the garbage. Uh-oh, there. And then when he finished doing that, he weaved in all of the ends on my granny squares so that I could start putting them together today. Well, I've got to let that's probably what I should be doing now, but I'm not going to till I'm done. But I've got to lay them all out and decide what order the squares are going to go in, and then start sewing them together. Actually, I'm not going to sew them. I'm going to crochet them together. Same difference, though. I mean, it connects them, right? But that actual chore should not take a super long time. Put them together. Now putting the border on it might be a bit of a chore, just simply because it's going to be big and of course a little heavy. But, just do one side at a time till it's finished. Okay. Okay, Jackie, what do you do when you pick up a drill and it's not in the center of your thing? Do you just go ahead and place it anyway? Or do you try again? I'm just curious. How about the rest of you? Hey, Needlecraft Creations, how are you doing? Poppy is a great helper, Jackie. I'm not going to say I couldn't do it without him, but he sure has made getting this blanket finished a lot easier than it would have been had he not been here to help me. Because he did the parts that I don't like to do, you know? Okay. And I think it makes makes a project so much more fun to do when you don't have to do the parts you don't like. But as with anything in life, um, there's always parts that you don't like. Just got to do them anyway, most of the time. Look, I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but the people next door to me are remodeling their house. And I think what they're trying to do is flip the house. I don't think they're going to stay there. And every single day, all I hear is that construction's on. They're dropping things and they're banging on things, and um, apparently my windows are terrible in this house. And as soon as we buy it from our landlord, the first thing I'm going to do is have some really good windows installed and see if that doesn't cut down on some of that noise. Of course, by the time we buy it, they might be finished with that project. Poppy wants to wait until they sell it before we decide to buy this place, because if he said if they sell it to people who drag the neighborhood down, I guess, and just being loud and making our life here a little less pleasant. That's the only thing. I don't care about any of the rest of it. I got really mad at the ones that are doing the work on that house the other day because they use my driveway like it's a public driveway. Now, the driveway over there was torn up because there was a plumbing issue that they had to correct. So they had to tear the driveway out in order to get to the plumbing. And now they think that just because their driveway doesn't work, it's okay to drive through my yard and out to the road using my driveway. So I went over there Saturday and I said, look, this is not a public driveway. If you want to access the road, use the other side of your property. You live on a corner lot. So there's that. Why do we get so territorial when we get old? Get off my lawn. It reminds me of that movie, that Clint Eastwood movie, Gran Torino. Clint Eastwood was telling everybody, get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Of course, I get it. Would you look at that? It's a good thing I have 2 bags of these peas, or these creamy white ones. Oop, there it goes. That's a pink. Yeah. You try to get the drill in the center too, huh? So I'm trying to figure out what my next crochet project's going to be. And I'm also trying to figure out my live stream tonight if I should start a new project or just carry on with sewing my granny squares together. I think folks who have been watching the progress of the blanket and making the granny squares would probably be interested in seeing them be put together. But I'm afraid other folks might be bored with looking at the same thing over and over. And I don't want to bore folks. I mean, I guess it might be the nature of the beast. But I have this yarn here. I have this yarn. There's only 850 yards of this, and it's a 2/8. I'd like to make a shawl out of that, I think. And then I have this pretty blue bamboo yarn. And I love this stuff. Y'all, this is the softest, most... It's as soft as this cotton, but it's silkier. This is more of a, I don't know, cloud feel here. And this is more of a silky feel. And actually, this is real cloud feeling too. And then this, of course, it's really soft, but it's feels more like string than. But when you get something made out of it, it's very soft. So what do you think? What would y'all like to see done first? Because I intend to do some early morning or afternoon live streams all week this week. Maybe 2 more, okay? I can't do them every day, I don't think. I probably won't want to do them every day. But I can do probably 2 more. So what I thought is, and tell me what you think of this idea, I can let me get my thoughts straight. Tonight, I can sew the squares together for as long as I'm online, right? On YouTube. And then for my vertical videos during the week, I could start on a new project and use one of those yarns. So what do you think of that idea? You think I should do what feels good to me? Okay. Well, for me, if it's up to me, and it is, of course, but I think it's a choice between this one and this one. And honestly, I would just have to flip a coin. Now, I do have more of this, more yardage. I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 balls of this, and each ball contains, come on, 310 yards. So I've got 1,500 plus yards of this, right? And again, for this, I have 820. I wish I would have bought 2 bags of this. I got these 5 in a bag for, I think it was like $35. And this is Mako cotton. Y'all, Mako cotton is the best. It's from Juniper Moon Farm, and it's called Nimbus Paints. That's the, I guess, variety. Nimbus Paints. And I got it a while back, probably last summer, I think. Sometime around last summer. I was going to make a baby blanket with it. And then, well, then I decided to keep it for myself. How do you like that? Because I like making things for other folks. I really do. But once in a while, I decided that I should maybe put my efforts into making things for myself. I mean, I spend all this money on this yarn, and um, why not? Why not benefit from it a little bit for me? Okay, I don't like the way that's starting to look. Way too crooked. I knew you were going to do that. That one right there is trying to pop out of its spot. I think that's a little bit better. There. Jackie, have you slept at all today? Izzy, I don't believe she has. Oh no. That pink and purple is really pretty. Oh, thank you. Um, I don't get to splurge on yarn of that. I mean, this is bougie yarn, and I don't get to buy that very often. You know, I'm always looking for the bargain, you know. And really, $35 for what I got is not that bad at all. Not at all. In fact, let me see. I'm going to look it up. Okay, on their website, it is, well, I don't even know if they have it anymore. Let's see. Okay, well, the paint just means it's variegated yarn like that. They have solid version, and it is, oh, another difference is this is only 164 yards. Their solid version is 251 yards. But what is the price on that? Are you not going to tell me? Really? Oh, maybe not. So they don't sell it from their website. Apparently, they sell it in local yarn shops. Is the main place that it gets distributed to. So that's interesting. But they do have patterns and designs on their website. Let's see. So let's see. Here's a place in Alabama. I haven't looked in Mississippi. Let me see. M. There is only one place in Mississippi that sells this yarn. Holy Moses. It is called, it's right near me, actually. Yay. Wool Market Fibers. Let's go to their website and see what they've got. Oh, it's going to be ridiculously priced at that place. Local yarn shops tend to be really expensive. And local yarn shops also tend to cater to knitters more than they do crocheters. And that's okay. I think the reason a lot of people knit the bougier yarn is because knitting doesn't use as much yarn as crochet does. Um, like, yeah, when you, let's see. So if you were to look up how many yards does it take to crochet a cardigan, and it says between 8 and 1200 yards, okay? Most of the time they mean knitting, they don't mean crochet. They're estimating knitting. You would have to get really specific and actually add crochet in there, the word, to get an accurate. What I like to do is go on Ravelry or a site like that, mostly Ravelry, and then in the little drop downs menu next you can pick what types of projects you want to do. You can choose your needle size, you can choose your yarn size and weight, you can choose the yarn composition. You could choose whether you want a free pattern or a paid pattern. I mean, you get a lot of choices. So that's what I do. I go on Ravelry and I click what yarn I have, like the weight of it, like number 5. So that's what I did with this. I put in number 5, and then I put in 8. Well, there's a range of yards, and I said I have from 750 to 1,000 yards, something like that. No, that's not an R. What are you doing, Charlotte? Get it out of there. Good grief. That's a P. Here, I'll put it right there. That's a P. And a lot of patterns came up, probably 2 or 3 pages of patterns. And I was actually, Jackie, before you reminded me that I was down a rabbit hole, when you texted me, that's what I was doing. I was looking on Ravelry at all those patterns. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot. Take care, Marcel. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. I'll see you this evening, okay? Um, how long have I been on here, Jackie? I don't even know how to tell. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. What time is it? Holy Moses. Oh wow, I'm really surprised. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to give it about 6 minutes because that'll be the 2-hour mark, I think. And then I'm going to get on with the rest of my day and let poor Jackie here take a nap. um, again, I'll be doing the live stream. Oh, thank you. Duval, that's so sweet. You're organizing seats. Hey, how's your garden going? Are you starting to plant things yet, or are you going to give it a little more time? Because I'm giving it time. Obviously, because I have to. But anyhow, yeah, I'm going to be back on at, I think, 9 o'clock tonight. So I'm not going to be doing this. I'm going to be crocheting. So for anybody who's interested, I hope you show up and show some support for the channel. What do you think of that? Jackie, Marcel, Duval, thank you very much for joining me today. I'll see you guys this evening. Have a good day. Goodbye. Did it do it? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Okay.